Captain Merrill. We are very honored and very pleased to have you on board, to show you our ship, and to have the opportunity to visit Goa and India. As you'll see, this is a United States ship. It's a submarine tender. Our mission is to provide repairs and support services to our fleet submarines. Emery S. Land is named after Vice Admiral Emery S. Land. He was a very key individual during our war in World War II with submarine production and the Merchant Marines. We have a crew of about 400 personnel. We are the first submarine tender in the United States Navy to combine a crew of civilian mariners and U.S. Navy sailors. So that makes up the 400 sailors. In addition to that, we have an expeditionary repair department which is manned by sailors from Guam that rotate through the ship every 90 days. Okay? The reason for that is it's a cost savings measure of such. Prior to the combined crew, the Emery S. Land sailed with approximately 800 sailors assigned to the hull. Now, with the combined crew, we sail with 400. So half of the size of the crew is where we are today than it was 2 years ago. Okay, so you can imagine the cost savings involved with that kind of manpower. Okay, the ship was commissioned in July 1979, so she is 31 years old. We just completed an extensive dry docking 2-year maintenance availability in Bremerton, Washington, where we did a lot of structural repairs. We made a lot of automated repairs and upgrades to the ship, which also allows for our efficiency in operation. When we completed our overhaul in June of 2010 from Bremerton Shipyard, we set sail for a 10,000-mile journey west, and we arrived at our new home port of Diego Garcia in the British Indian Islands territory. And that is where we have been since August 2010. Since our arrival in 2010, we've made several port calls throughout the Indian Ocean and the Persian Gulf, doing what you're going to see us do today, repairing submarines and surface ships. Okay, and I would like to highlight that. While this is a submarine tender, since we arrived in this area of operation, we have performed maintenance on minesweepers and patrol craft, which is something unlike we've ever done before. So we are really, truly taking care of the Navy fleet and not just the submarines. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to start with the tour. Okay?
Can you tell us your name?
My name is Lieutenant Commander Kevin Barnett, B-A-R-N-E-T-T. Yes.
Okay, all right, follow me. Please watch your step moving across here. One of the many machine shops that we have on board the ship, spaces that we can perform industrial plant maintenance. This is known as our outside or inside repair facility on this particular section of the ship. Lieutenant Commander Limeran, who is the repair officer for the USS Emery S. Land, and his responsibility is to ensure that the maintenance of the submarine is performed within accordance with the Navy standards. Sir?
Hi, come in a little bit closer so you guys can not have to scream. So, welcome aboard. Welcome to this is my machine shop. In repair department makes up the majority of the contingent of Navy personnel on board. So, in the department, we have a little over 100 people. That's mechanics and technicians and supervisors, including enlisted personnel and officers that comprise repair department. Repair department is broken up into multiple divisions, and we do all kinds of maintenance and repairs on forward deployed surface ships and submarines. So some of the skills that we maintain are I have structural mechanics, such as Master Chief Rucker's hull maintenance technician. They do structural repairs on steel plate, on hull components. They're also plumbers, so they do all the piping systems. They do weld repairs. They can do braze repairs. They can manufacture sheet metal products, so cabinets, bookshelves, doors. They can do those kinds of repairs. That's in the whole repair division. The mechanical repair division owns this space, and this is probably the largest industrial space that we have. This is our inside machine shop. And in the mechanical repair division, they do pump overhauls, valve overhauls. They can manufacture pieces to replace broken parts inside of components, so internal components. See a lot of this industrial machinery we have here. We have metal lathes. The machinist can take a block of metal, just a solid block of metal, and turn out and make pieces for internal components, either for valves or for pumps or for anything that call for in the technical drawings. The third division I have is my electronics and electrical repair division, and in there I have electricians and electronics technicians that can do repairs. They can do repairs from everything to big fan motors, like ventilation fan motors, to motors inside of pumps. They can also do small repairs, we call micro miniature repairs on smaller components, say like internal electronic components with inside of equipment. So they'll use mechanical and electronic means to facilities on board the submarines. I also have a full complement of divers and a dive locker. So that's I have about 12 divers with 4 supervisors and a master diver and a command diving officer. The diving division concentrates mainly on underwater ships husbandry, so they can also do underwater ship repairs. So underwater ships husbandry are periodic inspections. So maybe every quarter they can swim they can do underwater hull swims. They basically check out what the ship looks like underneath. They check the running gear, which is the propeller, and also the rudders. They can also do intermediate hull cleanings as well as also cleaning the running gear. I also have 2 more divisions. One's called Planning and Estimating. Planning and Estimating is the division that is responsible for maintaining all the technical publications for ships and submarines of the fleet, maintain them on board and keep them current. They're also responsible for compiling the work packages and putting together the technical specifications and delivering those to the production shop, so the mechanics have very detailed instructions on what they need to go fix and how to actually do it.
Allows them to be able to be along us. We can maintain the services, do the mechanical maintenance and repairs that we need to do. We also provide them with the hotel services, as I indicated. That's going to be power, potable water, take away their sewage, give them low pressure air, steam as such. This thing, this outrigger boom that we have right here, allows these cables and these things to go out and hang down directly over the sub. We can actually sit there and put 4 subs on outboard of us at one time and be able to provide them the needed services for hotel loads as we continue to support them on their maintenance needs. Services. That would make it, we can give them food, give them section to the galley where the crew eats. But we're gonna go up first to the top and then before we come back down. Facility and our medical facility on board the ship. I'm going to turn it over to Lieutenant Hallahan, who will explain to you the functions and operations of the Dental and Medical Department on board the MRAS Land.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lieutenant J.G. Hallahan. I'm the ship's Radiation Health Officer, and I'm going to show you the medical department. Just to give you a quick heads up, our ship used to have almost 1,200 people, and when we had 1,200 people, our medical department had 36 people, and our dental department had 13 people. Now that our ship's crew has dropped to a little over 400, we have 10 people to do the same job. So what you're standing in right now is our dental department. We have 2 exam rooms over here and 1 exam room right here. We can only do very basic, limited emergency dental services right now because we have no dental personnel on board. We have a submarine IDC who's trained in emergency dental procedures, but we're pretty much able to patch them up and get them until we get them to a real dentist. So that's the goal of the dental department. Right now, this space is unmanned. Everybody else is in the medical department. So if you follow me. Alright, as you're coming through, we carry most medications that we can, that'll treat most minor colds, major colds, but we also carry medications all the way up to cardiac drugs and paralytics in case we have a medical emergency. I have 10 personnel in medical department. I have 2 doctors. I have 1 medical services officer who is the SIVMAR doctor, and then I have an IDC. Those are our 4 providers. I have 5 corpsmen and myself to complete 10. Right here to your left is our lab. We are capable of doing most blood chemistry and urine type of labs for diagnostic laboratory. We get them healed up pretty good. Right here is our radiology suite. We can take digital x-rays right now. We have 2 modes. You can lay it on the table or you can stand up and get x-rays taken there. Once they're done, we can burn them onto a CD and we mail them off to a hospital to get read by a radiologist. But our doctors can do the initial wet read from here on the screen inside. Really quick, this is our main battle dressing station. This is where we see all our patients. We see our morning sick call here. We see any type of routine patients here. If we have a medical emergency, they're coming in here. This place will be filled up with all our extra medically trained personnel on the ship and all our doctors, and everybody will come in here to treat the patient. As you can see, which we try not to use. So he's working right now, so I can't shout it here. This is our medical ward. We have enough room for actually 12 patient beds. I'm going to stay in here also with them to make sure that they have round-the-clock care of people's hearing conservation too. Officer's office. She's our 2nd doctor, Lieutenant Lauer, and she specializes in undersea medicine. And what that means is she is a specialist in diving medicine and submarine medicine. She makes sure all the physicals are done for everybody in those communities and all special duty physicals. That is the medical department in a nutshell. Is there any questions? Thank you for stopping on our ship, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your tour.